Right now, God is telling you that there is a all in your future. You have been heard at the time that was scheduled. Because the angel who is entrusted to you is always able to see my face, your cries were truly heard and heard. To ensure that your prayers are always brought to my attention, your angel works constantly to bring them to my attention. I made a promise to you that when you seek the kingdom, your efforts will be rewarded with everything. Are you prepared to deal with everything? Are you prepared for everything that it entails, including everything? I have made sure that every aspect of your life that falls under the category of having your deepest heart's desire and your most significant dream realized is included in my plans and purposes. Today, you should have higher expectations. Aspire to a more ambitious goal. These modest aspirations and methods of stress management are not capable of encompassing, nor are they able to serve as receptacles for the things that I have prepared for you in heaven. Know this, I am not a God who can help you cope. There is no attempt on my part to assist you in coping. The process of coping involves experiencing failure. To be able to make it through the day, you need to create some kind of armistice or détente with the adversary of your soul. This is to be considered coping. No, my kid, you must never allow yourself to entertain such ideas in your head. You are not only someone who is able to cope, rather, you are a conqueror. The enemy is aware of the plans that I have in store for you. It dawns on him that if he is successful in convincing you to live below your rights in my realm, then he will have triumphed in the clash. Put an end to the lies and deceptions that have been brought about by disappointment, failure, and a downturn. I have placed you in heavenly realms, far above those circumstances and situations that have the audacity to disobey my promise in your life. I will show you what I will do next if you get up and speak the word of my power into the difficulties that you are going through. God has revealed to us today that I am all about life and living life to the fullest. Assume that your happiness will be complete. Do you have any desires? It is going to be necessary for you to tell me. You will not be able to get what you desire, according to the advice of those who are not well informed. They have me completely misunderstood. The experiences you've had in life and the critiques you've received from other people have stifled your goals and expectations. There is a falsehood that the world tells you about that. The agony that you feel in your heart is the prophecy that has been placed over your life, I say to you. That inborn, deep-seated yearning that my spirit has set within you is a seed that has blossomed through the power of faith. Put your inability to hope aside. Put an end to being a victim. Never, ever, ever offer an excuse for a deficiency. You should never allow your happiness to be held in the mind of another person. I am that I am, and I reside on the inside of you, governing and reigning over every condition that you experience in your life. The substance of things that are longed for is faith, my dearly adored heart. It is up to you to decide what it is that you want out of life. Faith is rendered meaningless in situations where hope is not conveyed. Having hope is like having a trellis on which the vine of your faith will grow and produce fruit. It is going to be necessary for you to tell me. You have informed other people, but they have chosen to ignore what you have to say. The desolate howling wilderness of your previous experiences left you with the dried husks of disappointment, despite the fact that you had anticipated that the world would somehow make its richness available to you. Pray with your mouth alone. Having a prayer that is filled with faith on your lips opens the doors to feelings of disappointment. One thing I want to tell you is that you are emerging from a point of discouragement. Within you and with you, I am working. Discover a method of working together. Put all of your sulking and self-centered analysis to the side. Being a light of service and loving others will bring about the change that you have longed for throughout your entire life. The seeds of your yieldedness will bring about this change. This day, the Father instructs us to put aside all disagreements and conflicts. It is not that I have asked you to always be right, rather, I have called you to walk in love the entire time. The one and only method to prevent getting into a fight is to avoid getting into one in the first place. There is a delay in love. To love is to prioritize the connection over getting one's own way. The importance of earning a friend above winning a discussion cannot be overstated. Through your love, anyone who observes your life from a distance will be able to determine that you are my disciple. It is never my love who speaks in a voice that is harsh and demanding. When you are being criticized, remember to keep grace in your heart. Don't give in to the party spirit. Recognize that pride is the only thing that may cause discord and contention. Despite the fact that everyone around you is demanding their own way, you should let yourself be convinced in your own mind and do the love thing. It is crucial to keep in mind that displaying my love is more important than demonstrating your supremacy. Love is how I live my life and what I do. Allow love to be the part of you and the thing that you do today. During the course of your day, go out with the intention of being a remedy to the pollution of conflict and argument that is all around you. With a willing heart, excessively love one another. To those who are the least deserving of your love, lavish the luxury of your affection upon them. In situations where voices are raised and tensions are high, you should have the grace to respond in a respectful manner. Maintain your composure. Decide that you will interact with individuals in accordance with their requirements, rather than in accordance with the issues that they are experiencing. You do not have to make your spirituality visible to everyone. You can keep it to yourself. Know that every encounter between humans has implications that will last forever. Permit those who have violated your good opinion to have their misdeeds forgiven. You should always be on the lookout for opportunities to show mercy and grace to those who have none. As a result of your actions, you will clearly indicate that you are my child, and God promises that you will be rewarded for your efforts. Today, the Father encourages us to have a God-inside mindset. As your first action of the day, I want you to put on my mind. Take on the mindset of the anointing, which is the mentality of Christ. Every yoke and bondage that you have in your life is broken by the anointing. When you make my mind your default response to things that are happening in the outside world, you will be able to overcome every barrier and challenge that stands in your way. The flesh is incapable of accomplishing anything, whereas the Spirit is successful in everything. Put an end to your efforts. It is not to strive that I have called you, but rather to rest. The natural man and the flesh are in conflict with one another, but the Spirit is in control, and your spirit is in control from a place of rest at my right hand. Tension, struggle, and pressure are all things that arise in your life, but they are only a precursor to the complete breakthrough and blessing that will be bestowed upon you when you enter my rest and experience the completed work. In this way, the yoke is light and the weight is easy. Each and every other burden is a lie and a manifestation of religious insanity. Find a place to settle into the I am that is already there inside you. As much as you are in me, I am also in you. That you may be one with me, just as I was one with myself throughout my time on earth, I have established provisions for you to be one with me. Your human spirit is not divided in any way, and there is no difference between where you pick up and where I begin. I am who I am, and you are who you are. I am what I am. Give in to it. You can find peace in the I am that is already there inside you. It is your authority to say that. That is the robe that is draped over your shoulders and the ring that is on your finger. The fattened calf has been put to death. Before you, my table is piled high with everything that is in your favor. Put an end to your efforts and take advantage of the rest that I have made available to you. Sit down at this table, place your head on my bosom, and I will give you everything that I have for you. Now is the moment to act. A warm invitation is extended to you. God declares that you are entitled to the bounties of heaven as a result of divine right and inheritance on this day. In this day and age, the Father declares that I am your life. There is a sphere of decreasing returns and disappointments that pertains to things that are external. Death is the only thing that exists outside of my presence. Dependencies on the outside world are unable to provide you with the strength, breath, healing, or anything else that is related to this life and godliness. I did not go to the cross in order to develop dependencies in your life that are dependent on anything that is external. Me is the source of your safety. The origin of your belonging is inside me. I already exist within you, and I am the thing that you have been looking for on the outside. Obtain a seat inside. Go inward and look for what you have been unable to find outwardly. Every answer that you could ever hope to find in prayer is already there in you, and it is in the glory that you find it. Your prayers are the birth process that brings the highest heart's desire and the largest dream fulfilled into existence in your life. They are the means by which you bring these things into existence. Therefore, seek the kingdom, keeping in mind that the kingdom is already within you. Avoid being swayed by any external security and instead focus your attention solely on me. To the extent that I am elevated and amplified in you and through you in everything, the worth and utility of religion, education, and the fellowship of the saints are only advantageous to the extent that they are beneficial. I do not exist in a distant God. Not only do I not reside in a structure, but I also do not reside in a box. I have made you my home. You are the spot that I have decided to call home. I have chosen to make my home within your inner man instead of anywhere else. Every single thing is a religious fabrication. Take a look at me. Your expectations should be placed on me. Embrace the fullness of my presence, which is working inside you and flowing outward from you like springs of living water that are welling up to cleanse, refresh, and rejuvenate you to my mercy each and every day of the world. According to what the Father has told me today, I am not a man who should lie. In the hope that I have offered to you, there is no possibility of deception. Neither my commitments nor my word can be broken, they are unshakable. No need to be afraid when the shaking occurs. Maintain your unwavering commitment to your beliefs, and under no circumstances should you give up your tranquility. In this fallen world, it is inevitable that life will be full of turbulence, but I am the rock that you can flee to and find safety. According to the Father, I am your protection. I am the life that is within you and the breath that you take in. I am the heartbeat that causes your heart to beat. It is for the sake of blessing and benefiting you beyond all of your dreams that I have supported you and brought you to this time. I am your very existence. It is I who provides for you. I am the very essence of you. I will be there with you in that day, just as I am right now, releasing my glory, protecting you from the storm, and advancing you in my kingdom. When every dependency of man comes to an end, I will be there with you. God tells you that you are in the midst of advancing the kingdom, so long as you stay on board for the trip. Therefore, you should assist with my procedure because your destination is not an issue. Change is available to you, and shift is taking place all around you. You have cried out for change on multiple occasions. Have faith in me throughout the process. Due to the fact that you have realized that I am not only the Alpha and Omega, but also the Beta, Delta, Epsilon, and everything in between, the outcome is entirely up to you. Renew your thoughts to make the yoke easy and the burden light whenever you find yourself in a difficult situation. You should go back to the steps that I have increased in your road if you find that your course is unclear. Despite the fact that the path of the transgressor is challenging, the plan that I have for you is to be blessed, to receive benefits, and to receive the full rewards of the cross that was paid for you and experienced in your life. I am just like that. What I do is exactly that. I am a good God, and you will taste, see, and know something of my goodness, my completeness on this side of eternity, says God. I am unable to do anything else because I am a good God. On this day, God states, I am not angry with you. Not only am I not angry with you, but I am also not punishing you. Today is the day that you finally put an end to the time and effort you spend punishing yourself. You need to be aware that I love you because I love you, because I love you. I want you to comprehend this. My love for you is constantly growing closer to me. The reason I am raising my hand is not to fire a lightning bolt of judgment at you. On the contrary, I am extending my hand to you in order to show you the nail print that was taken specifically for the purpose of reserving a seat for you at my table. It is your free will. Do not have any reservations or hesitance whatsoever. It is my responsibility to wipe your hands if they are soiled. In the event that your feet are dirty, I shall clean them. I have accepted you as a cherished kid, a child who was once misplaced but is now located back with me. I want you to come and accept the robe that I laid upon those tired shoulders as well as the ring that I set on your finger. My plans for the days and years that are still remaining for you on this earth are characterized by the celebration of my love for you. I have arranged this celebration for you. Encourage yourself. Because today is a new day, you should forgive yourself and accept forgiveness from others. What is the matter with failure, and what are the things that you have done and continue to do that my heart finds disappointing? Those are the signs that indicate a need for friendship with me. Coming to me with all of your inadequacies will result in you being transformed while you are in my presence. Continue to be in my presence until the things that you are embarrassed about are no longer able to bind you. Are you able to comprehend what I am addressing? Sin is a sign of a relationship with me that is lacking, and I am eager to mend this relationship by accepting you in your current state, since being in my presence will allow you to undergo a transformation. It is not necessary to employ excuses or charges in order to cover up your inadequacies and misdeeds. The fact that you are the way you are does not indicate that I meant for it to exist in that manner. Sin is what you are born with, but when you are reborn, you get a fresh start. I provide change and freedom from every tentacle of corruption that has bound you in the vice of transgression. I present this to you in the new birth. Today is the day to come and be free. Give up on the fig leaf solutions that religion promises, which are a waste of time. To the extent that you run to my open arms and accept my embrace on this day, you will find freedom wherever my spirit is present, and the prison doors that lead to your sorrow will be undefended. Today, Jesus tells us not to be afraid. Nothing but faith. There is no need to be concerned about the things that will occur tomorrow, says the Father, for I am already there. To me, the past, the present, and the future are all a part of the present moment. I am in your future, waiting for you to arrive with provisions that you are unaware of the existence of. There is going to be a sufficient supply when the challenge of tomorrow arrives. Every one of your need is being fulfilled by me from the treasure trove of glory, and the glory is within you. All of your requirements will be met by me because I am your supply. That is who I am, and that is what I do. If, for some reason, your needs were not satisfied, would have to assume that I am not God, which is an impossible assumption to make. All will be provided for, declares God. Your destiny is not one of diminishment or loss, rather, it is one that leads you into the manifestation of being seated with me in heavenly realms far beyond all principality and power. I will give everything that is necessary to accomplish your destiny, and your destiny is not one of loss or diminishment. It is being proclaimed by the Father that the illegitimate authority that Satan possesses is being demolished. Now that I have witnessed Satan coming down from heaven in the form of lightning, I want you to see this as well. Although I have put everything under your feet, my people give the enemy far too much credit for what they have accomplished. There is no deficiency in me. You alone are superior to all else. It was only because Adam bowed his knee to the adversary in Eden that Satan was able to become the prince of the power of the air. Satan never took anything lawfully. In the same way that I gave dominion to Adam, I have given dominion to you. Now that I have made you a principality on the earth, the Father adds, you should behave as though you are one. Your mouth should be opened, and the rule of God should be allowed to flow from your mouth. Your hand should be open, and you should let the rain of God to flow from your hand. I am Jehovah God, and I have chosen to covenantally obligate myself in your behalf, because you are mine, and you are my child. Step forward, and I will extend the steps of your route, and it will be recognized that I am Jehovah God. The Father promises that He will not abandon you, that He will not neglect you, and that He will not let you down. This day, the Father says, put your faith in me to move the mountain that is in your life. For the purpose of demonstrating that my arm is powerful in your favor, my eye explores the entire planet. I am the burly one, and I am stretching the muscles of my right arm in order to shatter every chain that is holding you hostage. I am releasing you from the constraints and breaking the bands that are allowing you to be constrained and restricted. According to the Father, it is not permissible for the adversary to lead you to disaster. Be aware of the fact that I am the God who has the ability to accomplish anything I want, whenever I want, and I do not need to consult with anyone else. What you have been told by other people that I will not do is precisely what is going to take place in the near future. I am in charge of taking care of the things that are happening in your life right now, so you should put your trust in me and have faith in the outcome that I am bringing about. Downturn or denial are not going to be a part of my strategy for you. My heart is governed by the wish that you prosper, that you be in good health, and that your soul prospers alike. This desire is what drives my heart toward you. The Father asks, will I purpose something, and I will not see it come to pass? If you are willing to cooperate with me, I will provide you with the transformation that you are looking for. God has said, my eyes are upon you here. I am able to hear your cries of distress. Pray with your mouth alone. In the land of the living, your heart should have the expectation of witnessing my goodness. I bring joy and deliverance into your life because I am who I am and because I am what I am. I am not a God who is a poor person. When it comes to illness and disease, I am not a God. The things that the cross takes away from you, I will never put back on you. The phrase, as in heaven, so on earth, describes the way I want your life to go. Hell is a place where there is no sickness. Heaven is devoid of any state of poverty. Therefore, will you be ruled by poverty? Would you be annihilated by illness? At this very now, the power of the blood that was shed at Calvary is flowing down into your life in order to save and deliver you. You will find that it permeates the deepest parts of your spirit and the most inaccessible parts of your mind. The strength of your blood extends all the way back into your history. It is the foundation of your present, and it is ensuring your future. In today's message, the Father declares, "I am not wounding you, rather, I am pruning you." God calls for you to submit to the pruning. What you have deemed to be superfluous and something that should be avoided is actually an essential step in the process that I am doing to bring you to the precise location that you have pleaded to be in. At the same time that I am getting you ready for a seed fruit harvest season, I am removing the habits of the past and the attitudes that are not productive. If you were curious about what it takes for the reaper to pass the plowman, what would you say? If you could have everything that you say and do become as effective as if it were spoken or done by me, would you be interested in experiencing that? Would it be possible for you to witness the fruits of your obedience already bearing fruit before they are planted in the ground? It is possible for you to have that experience, and in fact, the book of your days, which was written in the heavens before the planet was even created, states that this is the moment for you to have it. It was never intended for your life to be a never-ending ordeal of misery or an everlasting wait for a breakthrough that never materializes. Prepare your heart for the level of collaboration that is required to get you from where you are now to that position of wealth and abundance. That is not your portion, so get ready for it. As of right now, your task is to look at yourself in a way that does not involve viewing yourself through the prism of your own evaluation of your faults. Be sure to take another look, the Father urges you to do. Imagine yourself as if you were looking through the lens and filter of my potential that is already there inside you. If you allow your intentions and hopes to be tempered by your grasp of your limited capacities, you will sell yourself short of what I am genuinely willing to bring about. I will not be able to help you. You have not been selected to carry out the plausible activities. You are the one I have selected to accomplish the unthinkable. God reminds us to get ready. God encourages us to accept the pruning. Despite the fact that it could appear as though I have rushed you, you should be aware of the fact that a vast harvest of blessings and purposes, as well as a stronger anointing for work, is on the horizon. Rather of focusing on the chaff that is being burned away, you should keep your attention on the harvest. In preparation for the good thing that is breaking in your life right now, the fires of my refinement are completing my character in you. I am looking forward to it. Take it in stride. Please accept it, and be aware that by the time you reach the conclusion of this process, you will have experienced the power of the world to come and witness my promise come to fruition in your life to the fullest extent possible. God has spoken to us today, saying, I am sending forth the word that redefines, reshapes, and remolds the circumstances of your life. It is because of me that you are becoming like a single entity that breaks forth on both the right hand and the left hand. You are going to be one of those people who, beginning today, will walk in the expansion of step in accordance with the strength and presence of my Spirit within you. You are being led out of the desert experience and into the conquest of your own personal Canaan by the cloud of my presence during the day and the pillar of fire during the night and night respectively. As you make decisions that uproot you from the dry areas and bring you into the fullness of my promises, even the calm rivers and green pastures that I have provided for you, you will hear my voice saying, This is the way, walk ye in it. And you will feel my Spirit tugging upon your heart. This will happen as you make those decisions. Join me in this journey, just as I will accompany you on this journey. On this day, may your prayer be as in heaven, so on earth, as it is possible. Right now, the rain of my Spirit is descending in order to bring you the deliverance, the provisioning, the healing, and the blessing that you have been pleading for. The Father states that the waters and rivers of my purposes are bringing about a change of course that will affect the entire spiritual geography of your existence. This shift will be brought about on your behalf. The adversary is being replaced, and the barriers that have been erected against us are starting to crumble. In those valleys of sorrow, the dry bones of previous disappointments and defeats are gathering together to form a cohesive whole. There will be no more dismay but rather jubilation and rushing in to capture the spoils that the adversary has held prisoner for such a long time. A powerful army is ascending, and there will be no confusion. Because this is your day and this is your hour, I say to you, God, that you should start moving forward in my timing because I am with you and I will lead you through each step of the road.